Cashman, Tracy Conway, Bob Nelson, Bill Stainton, Nancy Guppy, Steve Wilson, and Ed Wyatt. And Star Week, we're going to miss Bob around here because he was really...
What's going on?
Bob, I thought you passed away.
No, I went away. I was gone for a couple of days. That's all. I'm back.
So you're not dead?
No.
Well, that's just great, and thanks for ruining my opening remarks.
Sorry, man.
Yeah, right. And now, here he is.
John.
Keister.
Thank you. Good evening and happy Halloween. Happy Halloween. I've always been terrified of Halloween. When I was a kid, the teenagers would throw eggs at us, and steal all the good candy. You remember that? Ugh. Either that or I had to trick or treat for UNICEF. So I would remember that? So you wouldn't get, and then, you grow up, you got to worry. Now I got to worry about, the house getting egged. Drive-by eggings are big in my neighborhood. Or you got to go to some stupid party where all the women are upset because they all came as Catwoman. Does that, It's every year. Yeah, a lot of them in the audience tonight, yeah. Although the scariest costumes this year are Dracula, Frankenstein, and a Seahawks quarterback about to make a pass. About scary. But of all the scary things I've seen this week, the absolute most frightening has to be the 1992 voters pamphlet. I hate those things. Don't look. It's really gruesome. I would say, don't even. The thing is, how are you supposed to know what judge to vote for? Although I guess in Tacoma it's a lot easier. Let's see. He was fair to my cousin, and she came down too hard on my nephew. I'm going to go with him. You realize that James Stockdale's photo is missing? Perot's running mate. His photo is missing from the voters pamphlet. I mean, do they really think that I know I'm going way out on a limb on this one, but we may even have something to do with electing the president this time. Ooh, I know. I know. Usually it's a spectator sport in Washington State, You find out who won when the clock radio clicks on in the morning. Right? The last 3 times it's been that way. Stop off to vote on the way to work. Hey, who are you going to vote for president? I'm voting for the Bigfoot Party. Yeah, me too. What the hell, I mean, think about it. It might. We want to help you tell the candidates apart from some of the more popular costumes, so pay attention. For example, and finally, this is Dan Quayle. And that's the gopher from Caddyshack, okay? So pay attention. Gotta keep it straight. Gotta keep that straight. A lot of the candidates, they're talking about traditional American values. And when I think about American values, I think of these fine people. Ladies and gentlemen, stand by for the high-fiving white guys. The high-fiving white guys, downtown adventure!
It's the high-fiving white guys!
White guys blow off their schedule and hit the town to goof around.
Hammer time!
They have friends in high places.
What a perfect day for the white guys.
Hats! Live
Look, it's the high-fiving white guys! So white! Well, you should talk.
High-fiving white guys are... But white guys just keep on high-fiving.
They're just like us!
Yeah!
Man, what's the big deal?
White guys eat in all the best places!
Hey! Can I be a high-fiving white guy too? Who, you? Yeah. No way!
High-fiving white guys! All right! All right, happy Halloween. Stay with us. We've got a great show. We'll be right back.
Promotional consideration for Almost Live provided by Ballard Computer in Seattle, Kirkland, and now open in Tacoma.
Notice anything new?
Oh, okay. Let me take a good look here.
Well?
Very nice.
You like it?
It looks great. Great haircut.
Thanks.
Looks great.
Hello there. I'm Neil White of the Red Meat Council. Now, in the past few years, red meat has taken a real beating. You see, so-called intelligent people have done research and come up with a bunch of reasonable facts that could dissuade you from ever eating red meat again. Now, the problem is these reasonable facts only tell part of the story. For instance, they're very fond of saying that the high fat content of red meat will clog your arteries, causing a massive heart attack. Well, that's all well and good, but what they fail to mention is the sheer number of arteries you have in your body. Do you have any idea? Half dozen. And this is just one example of the kind of propaganda we have to deal with every day. Here's some more.
I've heard that red meat is hard to digest. It gets stuck in the intestinal tract and causes cancer.
Well, what happens when you get caught in a blizzard for 2 weeks without any food? I'll tell you what happens. Your body feeds on that big chunk of undigested steak that's been sitting down in your lower intestine since last October. In other words, that stuck steak could save your life.
Isn't red meat full of maggots and larvae?
Well, what are maggots and larvae? They're bugs. And what are bugs? Protein. And what does protein do? It builds strong and healthy muscles. That's what it does.
We're supposed to eat foods that are rich in water, aren't we? You know, I've heard that red meat is dense, non-porous, and dehydrating.
Okay, fine. Now, what do you call this? I call this good, refreshing water. That's water, mister, and boy, does it taste good, too.
Well, I thought the chemicals and additives in red meat made you nervous and irritable.
Well, I don't agree with that, all right? But don't just take my word for it. Listen to this.
Whenever I feel nervous and irritable, I like to relax in a bathtub full of red meat. It calms me and feels great. In fact, I don't think I'll ever get out.
And there you have it. Reasonable reasons to eat red meat. And quite frankly, titillating reasons to wear it. For the Red Meat Council, I'm Neil White. Thanks for listening.
Werewolves of London.
Studio amplification for Almost Live provided by American Music.
Oh, look, Working Girl's on. Remember what a great film that was? You want to watch it?
Sure. I mean, if there's nothing else on, might as well.
The following is a paid political commercial.
This is Carl Dimnoggin. I love this beautiful Northwest we live in.
It's the place I was raised and where my wife and I are raising our own lovely daughter. I want to make her...
Let's get out of here. We gotta go.
Hey, what? Why do you take that really cool fog filter off?
Because we're all done here. That's why the shoot's over.
It's for my paid political commercial.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. It's not paid.
I wrote you guys a check.
Yeah, well, it bounced. The bank sent it back.
Well, run it back through.
We did 3 times. Kept coming back.
Oh, I know what I did. There's a little egg on my face right now. See, I got 2 accounts, and I must have written you a check on the account where I don't have very much money in there. I got to look a second, okay?
Yeah.
I'll be right back.
All right.
Okay, now, if I get elected, get this commercial done. I mean, I drugged my wife and my daughter out here, and I just would dearly...
Come on, that's not your wife and daughter. Those are actors.
Well, yeah, but I mean, they look enough like them that it...
Your wallet? Is it in your wallet, sir?
Not on me,
So you're not going to be paying us today?
I will be paying you. After the commercial is done, I'll be glad to pay...
You do not have my money?
Well, I'm gonna get it.
I have something for you.
What a
The preceding was not paid for by Carl Zimmer for treasurer.
And welcome to the John Report. I'm John. Here's my report. Predictions that the world would come to an end last week turned out to be false. A spokesman for a disappointed Seahawks team said they would go ahead and play out the season as scheduled. A 40-foot-tall inflatable spider has been placed on an arch over the Pacific Science Center. Center officials say it's there to scare off the really dumb kids who aren't going to understand the exhibits anyway. See First Banks posted signs this week asking people to take off their Halloween masks. In a related story, See First Bank issued an apology for the unfortunate remark made this week to Ken Schramm. Seattle police have arrested a woman who robbed a University District bank. The arresting officer said the woman was easy to find as she was the only person on the Ave who wasn't panhandling. Federal Way officials are considering building high-rise apartments. That way, said one official, we won't have to go all the way to Seattle to look up and say, "Gol darn, that's a big building." Seattle Times sports columnist Steve Kelly says that the Mariners should trade superstar Ken Griffey Jr. Kelly also says that little men from Mars are hiding under his bed. The Bellevue Convention Center is taking reservations even though it doesn't open until next year. 2 of the major groups already booked are the Owners of Pretentious Automobiles Association and the Bitches for No Apparent Reason Society. Microsoft says it will introduce its new product with a $1 million Broadway production called How to Succeed in Business with Workgroup Computing. Officials say if the show is a hit, they'll return to Broadway next season with Bill Gates starring in a revival production. Thank you, and we'll be right back.
It's almost time for lunch. Want to go out to lunch?
Hey, you guys going to lunch?
Part 2. Ditch the doofus. There.
Mexican.
No, I had it yesterday. No, I had that last week. No, I had that 2 months ago. No.
There you are. Hey, wait up.
Part 3. Ordering strategies.
No sense fine.
And the bread? We have the other end of the bread?
What are you gonna have? Hey, you want to split the fries?
Yeah, okay, if I can have your tartar.
Yeah, you can have my tartar, but why don't you order the fries, because I think it's free with it comes with. Tom, what are you having?
I've had dinner here before. The lasagna is great.
Great, but
It's
we
easier
split in
now.
order, so that's
it's
not
okay.
fair.
No. Yeah, Nancy and I split, and then this covers my drink, too.
Well, this takes care of me plus.
Well, I'm not paying more than $2 per carrot. I don't care what they charge.
Mine was 10, but Bill, I covered you last week, remember? And,
Well,
and so
Let's
you
just
got
do it.
the rest,
Okay, that
right?
should be it. That should be good. That's good.
We're $40 short.
Well, someone didn't pay. I put in more. That's why I told you we should split it even. You've got to split it even. I told you that.
Part 6, separate checks. Part 7, back to work.
Hey, you guys have lunch yet? You guys want to go get some lunch?
Later.
Lunch?
This has been a successful lunch at the office.
I'm kind of hungry.
Happy Halloween. Happy birthday, Elroy and Riley. Good night. Bye-bye.
Promotional consideration for Almost Live provided by Pizzeria Pagliacci, featuring traditional and gourmet pizza by the slice. Pizzeria Pagliacci, rated Seattle's best pizza.